Hi everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This today is, just smacking some things up, is going to be a top 5, and it's going to be a top 5 reasons why reusables are the best. So I've actually got my tea in my hand, which is actually what I was trying not to, it's my Fiona and cake cup, that I was trying not to smash. Okay, so number 1 is reusables can be completely customizable to your personal preferences and has numerous options, while cloth pads are becoming quite popular and menstrual cups are the most publicly well known. There are increasingly other products like underwear, including Muddy Body and Luna Love, and boxes for people who identify in other non-binary ways, who also menstruate. This is called Pyramid 7, and which make boxes with a internal gusset and sea sponges, or you can always free bleed, which most people will probably know because a jogger did it in a marathon a little while ago, probably over a year ago, maybe within the last year. Anyway, reason number 2 is that they are cheaper. You can get away with as little as a menstrual cup, or you can have an entire cohort of period underwear and or cloth pads, and these will last for approximately 10 years. So depending on your method, I'm not sure about the underwear, I'm not sure how long they last, but your menstrual cup will last 10 years. Your pads are meant to last 5 to 10 years, depending on how well you take care of them. Some makers will say that their pads will last up to 3 years, or 3 to 5. So depending on your method of choice, you can save literally thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Reason number 3 is that they don't smell. Due to the breathability of cloth pads and underwear, and menstrual cups don't contain the rayon and or synthetic fibres of tampons, and so aren't reacting in a bacterial way. Because they're also because of your cloth pads' breathability, moisture can evaporate more efficiently, and there is less of a bacterial reaction against your body or within your body. Reason number 4 is you can change as often as you like without having to worry about wasting pads, time or money, or having to go to the shop again, or having to stretch out your pad, or between pay periods. So if you have enough of these, I have enough cloth pads that I can go a complete full cycle and change every hour and a half if I needed to. Number 5, so our last of the top 5 is reusables are of course low waste, and they are very easy to clean. All of these, actually except for these two, which while I said I wasn't going to buy any more, these two are from one of my favourite makers, which is Venus Pads. Actually, all of these pads are from Venus Pads at the moment. I do, if you've watched my other videos before, you know that I speak about this Little Mermaid one a lot. I wear it every time I have a period, and if you noticed, this is actually one of the blue ones. Blue is notorious for staining, just because of the colour, and you will see how delightfully clean this is. So they can be machine washed, hand washed, shower washed, and washed in a bucket. Menstrual cups just need to be boiled in water and then they are good to go. Reusables are flexible like you and your life, and in actual fact, even if you aren't flexible, once you find the right method for you, you're good to go. However, my point being that reusables are awesome, they are the best, and they are worth the change. I have been asked a couple of times, particularly over on Insta, how I get my cloth pads so clean, and essentially I do have a video up here online. It's one of the first videos I put up on how I clean my cloth pads, and the process is essentially still the same. So I essentially soak my pads in OxiClean. You can use any OxiClean that you like. I have used probably 4 different types. I do tend to go back to Vanish, which is sold in Australia. I think it's sold in the UK as well. I'm not sure about the US, if it's widely available in the US, but I know it is in the UK and Australia. Vanish, it's like a fluoro pink container. I have showed it on this channel before. Actually, I think it's the one that I use in that video. Occasionally I do bust out and use another OxyClean, but I do generally tend to go back to Vanish. I soak it in that and I put it in the machine. I do not put them in laundry bags. For those of you who want to know essentially what the agitation cycle in your washing machine does, is essentially rub clothes up against each other, and that's kind of how they get clean. So I find putting cloth pads in a delicates bag or in a bag like that doesn't actually get them clean enough, because it doesn't get them agitated enough to wash. So I find that my personal preference is just to throw. I don't like putting them on that, and that's also why I don't like putting my cloth pads on their own cycle either. Not only is it's kind of wasteful to do a single cycle just for pads, but also they don't necessarily always get agitated enough against each other. I don't put my cloth pads in with, say, something like jeans or like a heavy brutal fabric, but I will just like throw them in with my t-shirts and underwear and socks, and just a general washing load where I'll do socks, jocks, shirts, cloth pads, and they always come out this clean. So they're not that hard to take care of, they're not that hard to clean. Even my blue Little Mermaid Venus pad, which is like one of my favourites, you can get them very, very clean. So they were the top 5 reasons why reusables are the best, even if I kind of rambled and got diverted at the end. Hopefully that was helpful to some of you. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your morning, evening and afternoon, depending on where you are in the day. And as per usual, all of the disclaimers and contact details are in the description box below, and I will catch up with you all next video.